Ministers responded on the Birbhum violence, saying that those who are accused should be punished forthwith.
मैं पश्चिम बंगाल के बीरभूम में हुई हिंसक वारदात पर दुख व्यक्त करता हूं, अपनी संवेदना व्यक्त करता हूं। मैं आशा करता हूं कि राज्य सरकार बंगाल की महान धरती पर ऐसा जघन्य पाप करने वालों को जरूर सजा दिलवाएगी। मैं बंगाल के लोगों से भी आग्रह करूंगा कि ऐसी वारदात को अंजाम देने वालों को, ऐसे अपराधियों का हौसला बढ़ाने वालों को कभी माफ न करें। केंद्र सरकार की तरफ से मैं राज्य को इस बात के लिए भी आश्वस्त करता हूं कि अपराधियों को जल्द से जल्द सजा दिलवाने में जो भी मदद वो चाहेगी, भारत सरकार मुहैया कराई जाएगी।
A day after 8 people were charred to death in Rampur Hat in West Bengal, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has in fact said that this is a conspiracy against the TMC government. She is of course expected to visit the spot tomorrow. Meanwhile, the High Court has also registered a suo motu case into this entire matter, and the union government too has sought a report from the state on this particular issue. The BJP says that it's a sign of the complete breakdown of law and order in the state. However, the TMC says it's just a conspiracy against the state government.
এবং এটা হচ্ছে আমাদের সহযোগিতা। আর এখানে হাঁচলেও চলে যাচ্ছে কোর্টে, কাশলেও চলে যাচ্ছে কোর্টে। এতদিন কোথায় ছিলে ভাই? কই উন্নয়ন নিয়ে তো কিছু হয় না, হাতরাস নিয়ে কিছু হয় না, লখিমপুর নিয়ে কিছু হয় না, দিল্লিতে দাঙ্গায় অত লোক মারা গেল কিছু হয় না। এখানে তোমরাই ঘটনা ঘটাবে, আর ঘটনা ঘটার পর তারপরে একদিকে কোর্ট আর একদিকে তোমাদের ফেসমু মানে দর্শনধারী চেহারা নিয়ে টিভিতে বসে পড়বে সেজে গুজে, কে কত গালাগালির কম্পিটিশন করতে পারে।
After a rap from the High Court, the opposition has now called it a state-sponsored genocide. Listen in.
ये हादसा नहीं है, हादसा होता है अचानक, अचंभित, जैसे रोड एक्सीडेंट होता है। ये प्रीमेडिटेटेड प्लान्ड सीरीज ऑफ मर्डर्स, ठीक है। और अभी है ये नस्ल कोसी, जेनोसाइड बोलते हो, बांग्ला गणहत्या बोली, इट्स अ जेनोसाइड। सो मेनी पीपल डाइड। लेकिन अब तक आपने देखा पुलिस इतना पुलिस है कि गांव वाला सब भाग गया। ये पक्ष वो पक्ष, मैं किसी का पक्ष नहीं बोल रहा हूं, खुद सरकार ने कहा है कि रिटेलिएशन हुआ है। तो जब एक मर्डर हुआ तो उसके बाद पुलिस को प्रिकॉशन लेना चाहिए था, जबकि मालूम है कि वेल नोन गैंगस्टर है, लेकिन वो उप प्रधान था पंचायत का, इसी गांव में खड़ा मैं बोल रहा हूं, और वो पुलिस को पालता था।
वहाँ पर राज्य जो ममता बोलती है वही सही है। ममता बोले न खाता न बही, ममता जी बोले वो सही। गवर्नर को किस प्रकार के शब्दों का इस्तेमाल करती है, कितना अपमानित करती है वो। और ये जो घटना है ये मेरे लिए कोई आश्चर्य की बात नहीं है, क्योंकि बंगाल में कुछ भी हो सकता है। वहाँ नेक्सस काम कर रहा है, राजनेताओं का, असामाजिक तत्व जिसे गुंडे कहते हैं वो, और पुलिस, इन तीनों का नेक्सस काम कर रहा है। और एक तरीके से उन्होंने समाज को बिल्कुल बांध सा रखा है। वहाँ पर डेमोक्रेसी नहीं है।
Central government should intervene. We all are worried. Day to day, the law and order situation of Bengal are deteriorated. The police, home minister as well as chief minister, she is failed in every sphere of the government.
Are you demanding a?
Yeah, we demand 356 is the only solution. And in question of Rampur Hat issue, NIA, CBI should come and take up the matter. Police is the branch organization and frontal organization of the TMC party.
Okay.
Police are doing every work under the direction of the Mamata Banerjee and team.
And joining us for more on the story are Niti Jain, spokesperson of the BJP. With us also is Karan Verma, author. Also with us is Sandeep Ghosh, political commentator. Niti Jain, why is the BJP calling this state-sponsored genocide? Take us through what is the BJP's position on this and what is the demand from here on this particular incident that has taken place in which over 8 people were burnt alive.
What else do you call an incident where the police doesn't arrive? And this is your own report, and we've been seeing this in the media. The police doesn't arrive for 90 minutes. The district president of the TMC, who is the main culprit as per the witnesses over there, he is nowhere to be apprehended. The fire brigade did not reach there, and once it did reach, it was not allowed to douse the fire. What else do you call this entire incident? They have created an SIT is what we have been hearing, but how appropriate is it to expect that SIT is going to do a fair probe? The history of violence in Bengal is not new. We have seen the entire post-poll violence that happened, the NHRC, the court that had taken cognizance of that entire matter. No result has come of that as well. So to expect that Mamata Banerjee's government is going to do anything new now is too much to expect from that government. The CBI needs to come in and Mamata Banerjee needs to resign because she is incapable of handling the violence in this state.
Okay. Let me take that question across to Sandeep Ghosh. Sandeep Ghosh, police not arriving, in fact, fire brigade not arriving on time, and in fact, at the same time, eyewitnesses who have gone missing. There is migration taking out of the place, alleges the BJP. Clearly, of course, it seems to be a complete breakdown of the law and order machinery as far as the state is concerned. And for a state or a political party that has national ambitions, the allegation of the BJP is that they're not being able to control the situation in their own state, where over 26 such political killings allegation is that has taken place in just 1 week. Sandeep Ghosh.
See, Madhav, without going into the political slugfest, first of all, a tragedy of this size and this nature is barbaric and it is condemnable, and it's a matter of shame anywhere in the world, forget in India or in Bengal. And everybody must, hang their head in shame that this has happened. And especially in a place like Bengal, when a district of Birbhum, where it is Tagore's home district to that extent, this is happening is a matter of utter regret. Second thing is, when Niti is talking about the history of violence in Bengal, the history does not start in either 2014 or 2021. There's been a long history, and even during the Marxist period and earlier period. And what has really happened is a carryover of the old Lumpen Raj, which has happened even today. And the BJP has no locus standi
But
to
Mamata Banerjee came to power fighting that left violence, and she's indulging in it herself.
Even a BJP spokesperson is not there in the channel. You're sitting in Delhi. BJP people, they abandoned the cadre and went away to Delhi immediately after the results. Even now, if Hathras happens, Lakhimpur happens, Mamata Banerjee's people land up there. How many BJP MPs have come from Delhi to Bengal? You people are absent from the ground, so don't make noises and thus.
Sir, please don't get into the world. What about
Mr. Ghosh,
you are talking about
Mr.
UP.
Ghosh, I will get into that question. One second, Niti. One second, Niti Jain. I will come into that second point of what has happened in other states. But first of all, Mr. Ghosh, the question that is being asked is that can anyone condone? The act itself is barbaric, but the point is the state government, the police, the fire department, all completely failing somewhere or the other. It is not just the Gunda Raj, but the means of redressal as far as the government are concerned also seem to be in complete connivance with those who've carried out such a heinous act, and that is what is shocking. The fact that there is complete abdication of duty on part of the police, like we have seen in various governmental reports and commission reports that have been submitted before the High Court when the post-poll violence took place. Complete abdication of duty.
Absolutely, Madhav, and that is a question the people of West Bengal have to ask and hold the government accountable. By getting into this political slugfest, we are diverting the issue by talking about, central rule, etc. The issue is getting diverted, and people are either calling it a conspiracy or talking about, it's a political ploy. I think we need to stick to the facts, and this is absolutely reprehensible, and the people of West Bengal should stop normalizing it. That this sort of a thing happened, this normalizing of political violence, normalizing of this kind of...
Okay, quick response from Karan Verma and then we slip into a break. Karan Verma, quick response please. Quick response, Karan Verma.
Madhav, there is no place for this kind of barbarism, and it's high time the BJP did not just seek reports, it issued instructions to the Mamata government through Article 256. When the law and order situation collapses in a state, and it has been over an year since we saw the report tabled by the group of intellectuals and academicians, which clearly said that the state has been complicit with the police in the post-poll violence. Again and again we've seen such instances, and it's high time the centre intervened and issued instructions under Article 256. You can't just seek reports, and it's also high time the Supreme Court took suo moto cognizance of this.
Yes, and I absolutely asked this very same question, that if the migration that is being alleged by the BJP, I asked this to former State Chief Dilip Ghosh, and Badal Devnath, political analyst, is also joining us now. Badal Devnath, when I asked this question of Dilip Ghosh, he said the migration never stopped. The violence only continued after the polls, and as many as 26 people have been killed in political related violence in just a week. Now that is a shocking figure by any standards. This kind of violence just does not take place, sir. The fact is that at some level or the other, if the violence is continuing in this manner, people are migrating as the BJP is alleging, then this is perhaps the single biggest and most shocking incident that has taken place. Not just this incident, but the series of incidents that have taken place before it perhaps have no other parallel anywhere else in the country. Badal Devnath, can you hear me? Or I think there's a problem with Badal Devnath's audio line. We're going to slip into a quick break. We'll try and connect with him on the other side. Welcome back. We are continuing to debate the shocking situation in West Bengal, where a gruesome incident of violence in which 8 persons have been burnt alive has taken place. Of course, a massive political fight is also currently underway. I want to go across to Badal Devnath, political analyst. Badal Devnath, आपसे ये सवाल पूछना चाहूंगा कि ये सवाल उठ रहा है, बीजेपी ये सवाल बार-बार उठा रही है कि ममता बनर्जी ने कहीं न कहीं अपना रोल एब्डिकेट किया है, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने अपना रोल एब्डिकेट किया है, क्योंकि वहां पुलिस नहीं पहुंच पाई समय पे, फायर ब्रिगेड नहीं पहुंच पाया, और तो और आई विटनेसेस भी गायब होते जा रहे हैं. ये आरोप है उनके पॉलिटिकल राइवल्स का, विरोधियों का, ऑपोजिशन का वेस्ट बंगाल में. क्या कहेंगे?
सर, वाईफाई कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा, सुबह 11 बजे से अभी तक 9 बजे तक का लाइन चल रहा है.
Well, I think we've lost that line there with Badal Devnath. We did try and reconnect with him. But before we went into the break, Niti Jain, there were certain questions being asked of Samdeep Ghosh of similar incidents of law and order breakdown in other states. He cited the examples of Hathras and Lakhimpur Kheri, and he said that the state government was even clamping down on opposition political parties. At least that didn't happen in West Bengal. Your response to that, Niti Jain?
You know, Madhav, when they bring up the whataboutery of Hathras and Lakhimpur in this matter, let me tell them that the question that is being raised in Bengal is this serial offence that has been happening ever since the elections happened, and even before that. Especially, I'm saying after the post-poll violence, because the courts and the NHRC Commission, everybody took cognizance of that, and it is a repeated offence that has been happening in the state with no response from the police or the government at all. The governor has been making a lot of interventions which are required to be made. It is not his hobby to be doing so, but the governor is also taking cognizance of everything that is happening there. And when you compare Bengal and UP, let me give you a very fine example. UP has just finished with the elections. Did we see the kind of violence that we saw in Bengal, whether during the elections, the day the elections were happening, or after they won the state. So this is an intrinsic problem with the TMC government, with the government in the state, of not taking any action or cognizance against their own people who are inflicting such violence over other people. Earlier it used to be political violence, now it is normal general citizens of Bengal that are being killed in this manner. Where is the state? Where are they taking any action? They don't.
Sandeep
Neither are they
Ghosh, when the
taking,
governor
nor are
raises
they being
this issue, he
seen
is
to be
accused of
taking
being
any of those
partisan.
actions.
But end of the day, people have died, and have died in very, very tragic circumstances, gruesome circumstances, and therefore, you know, a political fight on such a shocking issue is definitely deplorable. However, what is the question is coming up again and again?
I am
is the response to the state government and the inadequacy there.
Listen to me. I am not a TMC representative. I am not equating it with Hathras and Lakhimpur. What I am saying is, when Hathras and Lakhimpur happens, TMC sends their people, other people send their people, but BJP here is missing in action. So just sitting in Delhi or claiming, demanding governor's rule.
Sir, our people are right there. Nobody is missing in action. We're not trying to politicize this matter. All you need to do is answer what you are doing. Forget about where your people are and where our people are. Please tell us what you are doing in the state about the law and order machinery that has failed.
No, I am not a...
Okay, I'm told Mr. Badal Devnath is back with us. I'm told Mr. Badal Devnath is back with us. 1 second, Sandeep and Niti, let me just bring in Badal Devnath. Badal Devnath, सवाल ये है कि ममता बनर्जी के पास पूरी तरह से राजनीति के बागडोर उनके हाथ में, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन उनके हाथ में है, लेकिन पुलिस वहां समय पे नहीं पहुंचती, फायर ब्रिगेड समय पे नहीं पहुंचती, आई विटनेसेस गायब हो रहे हैं, बीजेपी का आरोप है कि वहां से माइग्रेशन या पलायन भी हो रहा है। ऐसी स्थिति में स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के एब्डिकेशन पर बहुत गंभीर सवाल उठते हैं विपक्ष की तरफ से, क्या कहेंगे?
मैं हिंदी में और 2 मिनट में समय मांग रहा हूँ आपसे कि मैं वाईफाई कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा था, इसलिए मैं 11 बजे से अभी रात 9 बजे तक 8-9 लाइट चल रहा है। मैं आपको कह रहा हूँ, ये जो घटना घटी है इसके विषय में हम सब निंदा करते हैं, और ये घटना है नरसंहार हुआ, और ये 2-3 साल पहले एक आदमी ने एक आदमी को मार दिया था बदले में। टीएमसी के कार्यकर्ता जो पंचायत का प्रधान है उसको पानी से मार दिया गया, उसके बाद 10 बार आदमी घर चला गया। इस विषय में काल से
Badal Devnath, I'm sorry, there's some problems with your audio there. We can't hear you very clearly, but I'd like to thank all our guests for joining us on the show today. Niti Jain as well as Karan Verma, Sandeep Ghosh and Badal Devnath, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We're slipping into a quick break, but Nation Wants to Know will follow on the other side.